Ghana is planning to ban the exportation of cocoa beans or reduce its export to just 40% and process the remaining 60% locally.
If we are able to establish that symbiotic, strong relationship between agriculture and industry along the value chain, we can create millions of jobs, bring down unemployment, and then also wean ourselves from the huge food import bill. Again, we will not be exporting raw materials again. Because since time immemorial, Ghana has been exporting raw materials, and we are just earning peanuts. We now want to change the story, where Ghana will be exporting finished goods and then earn more of the resources from the international market to supplement local production.
Again, the government wants to buy 200,000 hectares of land, that's about the size of Luxembourg, and turn it into cocoa farms. Because Ghana, the world's second largest cocoa producer, is in trouble. Cocoa production has dropped to its lowest level in 20 years.
Ministry of Finance, in collaboration with the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, has announced plans by government to acquire 200,000 hectares of land to boost cocoa production in the country. This is aimed at improving production of cocoa to a possible 1 million metric tons within a 5-year time frame.
But this isn't just about farming, it's about saving the economy and taking advantage of the booming global chocolate market. Let's break it down. Cocoa is one of Ghana's most important exports. In 2023 alone, cocoa brought in over $1.1 billion for the country. But now, Ghana is producing only about 500,000 metric tons of cocoa per year, half of what it used to produce just a few years ago. So, what happened? 3 main things. Climate change is making the weather less predictable and harming cocoa trees. 2. Deadly tree diseases. And 3. Illegal gold mining, also known as galamsey, has destroyed many farms. As a result, Ghana is losing money and losing its place as a cocoa leader. So now, the government is stepping in. Ghana's Finance Minister, Atoforsen, says the government will acquire 200,000 hectares of land before the end of the year. This land won't replace more farmers. Instead, it will complement them. The idea is to create new large cocoa farms that are more efficient, better managed, and more resistant to climate change and diseases. These farms will have better seedlings, proper irrigations, and modern technologies, something most smallholders can't afford on their own.
In the last 8 years, we've seen massive and gross mismanagement of the sector. Our responsibility is to stem the mismanagement, stop the mismanagement, and allow Cocoa Board to be able to come back to its good old days. And I believe the leadership of the chairman and all of us on the board will do whatever we have to do to assist the CEO to direct the Ghana Cocoa Board into the path that we all want Cocoa Board to be there. I believe the time has come for us to introduce plantation farms. The Ministry of Finance is working with the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, and we intend to acquire up to 200,000 hectares of cocoa lands. We'll acquire it in the form of land banks, and we'll work with Ghana Cocoa Board so that we can attract plantation farmers and to allow plantation farmers to come in this time to develop large plantation farms. With that, we believe that Cocoa Board will be able to increase their production from these current levels to a possible 1 million metric ton in the shortest possible time within the next 5 years.
It's a bold plan, but Ghana isn't the only one doing this. Other countries have taken similar steps. Brazil brought cocoa back to the Amazon by working with large farmers and researchers. Malaysia and Indonesia built massive cocoa plantations supported by the government. And even in Africa, countries like Rwanda are investing in state-led farming zones to boost production and exports. Now Ghana is trying to follow that path before it's too late. Here's where things get even more interesting. The global chocolate market is exploding. In 2023, the industry was worth around $148 billion. By 2029, it will hit over $213 billion. That's a lot of chocolate. But here's the problem. Supply is shrinking because of crop failures in Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire. Cocoa prices skyrocketed in the year 2024 from around $4,000 to over $10,000 per metric ton. For Ghana, that's both a crisis and an opportunity. If the country can bounce back, it could make billions and lead the market once again. Ghana isn't alone. Its neighbor, Nigeria, is also making a big cocoa push. The rise in cocoa prices has attracted investors and even white-collar professionals into farming. Nigerian companies like John Vance Group are scaling up production with new technology and funding. Their goal is to take advantage of the cocoa boom and possibly overtake Ghana. This makes it even more urgent for Ghana to act now. But let's be honest, this won't be easy. First, land ownership in Ghana is so complicated. Chiefs, families, and communities all have a say. Second, creating large cocoa farms require a lot of money for roads, irrigation, equipment, and trading. And finally, cocoa trees takes 3 to 5 years to grow before they bear fruit, so the benefit won't come immediately. But still, the risk might be worth it. Ghana's plan to buy 200,000 hectares of land for cocoa is not just about farming, it's about survival, competition, and long-term strategy. If it works, it could restore Ghana's place as a global cocoa leader and secure the future of thousands of farmers. And that is all for today's episode. And this is AS1 News. Thank you very much for watching. Please, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more informative videos like this. My name is Sheriff Haruna. Have a joyful life and see you in the next one. Macrao.